Hello, my name is Gareth. You're watching the Hub Online Network. We got I'm sorry I'm very late today. It's been quite busy in the office since I got here this afternoon. I had an appointment this morning, but anyway, let's get to it. Yeah, so again, my name is Gareth. Again, you're watching the Hub Online Network. There's a uh, council meetings tonight, so I'm going to try and be moderately brief because I got to be at a council meeting at 4:30 in Ashcroft. Stay tuned for both Ashcroft and Cache Creek's council meetings tomorrow for their upload. So we're going to talk to you guys today about what we got going on at the Hub Online Network, which we got a bunch of stuff going on because it's election season and it's where's the card here? It is responsible and problem gambling week next week. So what we're doing here at the Hub Online Network is we partnered with Reasonable and Problem Gambling to have a series of game shows. They're funding us to do some fun game shows, so that's pretty awesome. As you can see, I got all this stuff littered on my desk. Let's get rid of my name here so you can see it. We got a bunch of gift certificates on the back. So what we're doing is we're doing 3 game shows. One of them is COVID Bubble Battle, which is kind of like Family Feud. So we're going to get teams together to go head to head for some prizes. We also have trivia. It's kind of like Jeopardy, but instead of asking the question, you're going to actually give us the answer. And we also have a game called Trade Up, which is kind of like Let's Make a Deal. So, what you guys have to do, if you want to somehow win part of the $3,000 worth of prizes that we have, we need you to go to ashcrofthub./perfectmind, ashcrofthub.ca, and there'll be a few links to get you to where you got to go to register. Please register as soon as possible, as the first game trade up is actually happening this Saturday. This is going to be broadcast live on the Hub Online Network, but the participants will be playing via Zoom. So if you want to watch, you can watch on Saturday at what time are we putting this on? 7 o'clock in the evening. And if you want to participate, go to ashcrofthub.ca and register for the games. So that is pretty exciting, and we have had a lot of fun coming up with that stuff. So thank you to the Responsible and Problem Gambling Group for letting us take advantage of their grant and to do that fun thing. Next up, we have tomorrow morning. So I'm actually going to get Brad Viss's part of the show out of the way. So typically I would go to Brad Viss's Facebook page and just talk about what's going on with him. But today he says, how do you envision your country's future? What should be our top priorities? Residents from Wallachine to Abbotsford and Mission to Goldbridge face a diverse set of challenges and opportunities in our community path ahead. Join me and Ashcroft Hub Online's Network's Gareth Smart at 10 a.m. Wednesday, October 14th in a discussion on how federal government can best work for you. And you can still submit your questions to HON at ashcrofthub.com, or HON journalist, I should say, at ashcrofthub.com. And you can get your questions in for Brad for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We're going to be going live right here from our studio. Brad's coming into town, so we're going to see him, so that's pretty exciting. Then on Thursday night at 6, we're going to have an all candidates meeting for all of the people in our riding that are trying to go for the provincial election. So that is Jackie Taggart, Aaron Swem Hexma. I'll get it by Thursday. Jonah Timms, Dennis Adamson, Mike Bangu. So we got 5 people running in our riding, which is a lot. And we are going to have them all here, moderated by Barbara Roden. I'm also going to be sitting down and doing interviews with everybody beforehand, which will be posted on Friday. So check all of that out. So again, 6 p.m. on Thursday, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., and Saturday for the game show at 7 p.m. in the evening. So that's what we got for that. Now, I'm going to catch you guys up on everything that's going on in our political riding and the province at large. So why don't we start off with the province? I've made another mishmash of the commercials that everybody's been putting out. Some of them are pretty nasty. Some of them are not so much. But let's find out what your opinion is. Let's watch.
The NDP's failed and delayed economic plan does not meet the needs of BC businesses. With NDP in power, there will be no economic recovery in BC. This is an emergency. Andrew Wilkinson will restore our confidence and rebuild BC.
For the past 3 years, BC Greens have put people ahead of politics. We've kept Horgan's government accountable, and we've improved his policies. When the NDP proposed a $15 an hour minimum wage, we knew that it wasn't good enough. That's why we proposed a Fair Wages Commission to move us beyond a minimum wage to a livable income. John Horgan is looking for more power and less accountability. Our province is stronger when we have a seat at the table. This election, for real solutions, vote BC Green.
In the middle of this busy pandemic election, I want to take a pause and wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. Due to COVID-19, celebrations this year will be very different than those in the past. But the desire to give thanks and celebrate with loved ones is still there. If you're able, please consider donating to your local food bank to help those who need it this holiday.
When I think about what we announced in our platform, I think about the values that make us New Democrats and that we've had as the driving force in our government. We focus on making sure people are healthy and our public healthcare system has all the support that it needs, that everything we do is connected to Indigenous rights and reconciliation, that climate action is a high priority for our government, and lastly, we want to make sure that we're creating jobs, good jobs and livelihoods for people in their communities. It's inspiring when you talk to people who've been transformed by the initiatives that we've brought forward. I want people to look at their government as a force of positive change in their lives. That's been rare over the past 20 years in British Columbia. I want to make that the norm. Well, we've got some big challenges ahead of us. Climate change, the opioid crisis, getting through COVID-19. We need to be honest with each other about the challenges, and then we need to work together to solve them. It has been an honor and a privilege for the past 3.5 years to be the leader of the government of British Columbia. I've always been working for you. I'll continue doing that as long as I can.
And I did say this morning in my Facebook post, I said thanks to the NDP because there were 100 things they could have done to stop this project if they'd wanted to. And they were opposed to it for a long time. They fought it for a long time. They were critical of it. And then when they became government, they changed their position.
Today, LNG Canada has sent a signal to the people of the world that British Columbia and Canada are open for business.
The NDP have ignored rising crime in BC. They even said they will make tent cities permanent. The NDP are turning their back on your community. The BC Liberals will end tent cities, hire more police, and put an end to the chaos and rising crime. Vote BC Liberal.
Here in BC, we'll get through this pandemic together by taking care of each other, no matter what gets thrown our way. That's my commitment to you, and that's what our plan is all about. Protecting the health of your loved ones, making life easier for BC families, building on our progress to create opportunities and make life better. I'll always keep working for you. And together, We'll keep BC moving forward for everyone.
For the past 3 years, BC Greens have put people ahead of politics. We've kept Horgan's government accountable, and we've improved their policies. In 2017, BC Greens proposed $1 billion investment in public education. Instead, under Horgan's NDP, we still have crowded classrooms where teachers' and students' needs are not being met. John Horgan is looking for more power and less accountability. Our province is stronger when we have a seat at the table. This election, for real solutions, vote BC Green.
So those are all the political ads that I could find. If anybody at home has found any more that I haven't seen, please let me know. I love all of these, so I'd like to check them out. Now let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Cache Creek, because there's a couple of little things happening. So, if you would like, you can go. Small and home-based businesses, students, citizens, and local infrastructure in global economy depend on internet access. Please sign the Rural Internet Access Petition calling on the Government of Canada to implement a rural Canadian strategy and provide rural communities access to high-speed internet. Copies are available to sign until tomorrow, October 14th at Home Hardware, Unity Cafe and Lounge, Ashcroft Village Office, MLA Jackie Taggart's office in Ashcroft. In Cache Creek, it's available at the Community Hall and Cache Creek Village Office. Copies are available by email through our Community Outreach Liaison, Allison Rachel 817 at parl.gc.ca or via phone. So that is through, I believe, Brad Viss. I'm actually going to meet Allison tomorrow for the first time, so that'll be great. I've been communicating with her for Brad, so that's wonderful. I'm looking forward to that. So that is happening in Cache Creek, as well as they say that we need your help gathering information. There is a survey that you can go fill out around housing needs in Cache Creek. So if you would like to participate in that, you can go and click on the TNRD Stay Connected survey. That is on the Ash Creek Info Facebook page. So go check that out and have your say. Now, we're going to talk about, again, our candidates for the provincial election that is coming up. So here is a new video. So unfortunately, the NTP candidate, Aaron, does not have a video. Neither have I seen one from the two independents, but we do have one from Green Party candidate Jonah Timms. So let's check that one out now.
Hi, I'm Jonah Timms, and I'm running as the BC Green candidate for Fraser-Nicola. And I'm really excited to offer a campaign that provides citizens an opportunity to vote with their hearts and minds by providing a candidate and a party that believes in fiscal responsibility, a sustainable economic recovery that works on solving the climate crisis, and reconciliation with First Nations. Now, for the last 2 weeks, I've been hearing from voters all across the riding about how life could be made better in Fraser-Nicola. And I'm glad to say that the Green Party isn't a single-issue party. And today, I'll be focusing on reconciliation, forestry, housing, and tourism. Now, the implementation of the Declaration Act last November, which put into place UNDRIP in British Columbia legislation, was a fantastic first step on our pathway towards reconciliation with Indigenous communities. It was just that, though. It was a first step. And we need to continue to work together with Indigenous communities in this province to live up to the promises that were made in that Declaration Act. And I know there are lots of concerns and anxieties around the future of forestry in the riding, and I have heard those concerns. I support sustainable forest management, and this is key to ensuring that people have jobs in the future within our communities. Sustainability means reducing waste. It means listening to First Nations and foresters about how many trees are needed to support a healthy ecosystem. And it means managing forests for other things other than timber, like moose, mule deer, and salmon. And I know housing is a big concern now. A lot of British Columbians spend too much of their income on rent. Frankly, that means that young people, like myself, have been shut out of the housing market, and retirees who want to downsize have difficulty finding affordable housing. I believe everybody should have a safe place to lay their head at the end of the day. It'll improve our communities and make us all safer. And I support having a strong and durable tourism sector across the riding. Thousands of people come to our communities to visit and see our beautiful scenery around us. And I believe that Fraser-Nicola can be a destination. I want to work with small businesses to promote our areas. And I understand that we'll need to invest in advertising, and we need to work on our trail networks and our arts and culture within our towns. But I believe that it can be done, and people will come. Now, Fraser-Nicola is a great place to live for many of us, but there's always more work to be done. Today, I've talked about a few topics that I've heard about from voters, and I hope to release more videos in the coming days about more topics. Now again, my name is Jonah Timms. I'm running as the BC Green candidate for Fraser-Nicola, and if you'd like to help support my campaign, please go to jonahtimms.ca or find me on Facebook at Jonah Timms for more information. Thank you very much.
So that is Jonah Timms from the BC Green Party. Just a really quick update with what's going on with COVID. As of now, since Friday, we've had 549 new cases, according to Dr. Bonnie Henry. I just watched the update from her that's going live at the moment. Remember, folks, keep your distance, stay safe, and let's try and keep our numbers down. Now, we also have a short video from MLA not current MLA, but previous MLA, Jackie Taggart. This one's short and sweet, but let's check it out.
My name is Jackie Taggart, and I have been the proud MLA of Fraser-Nicola for the last 7 years. I'm asking for your support on October 24th. When you fill out your ballot, vote for Taggart. Vote for the future of British Columbia.
So that is the incumbent. That's the word I was looking for, Jackie Taggart. So now I'm going to steal for a little bit from last week's show. So we're going to start with Jackie Taggart. So Jackie was first elected in 2013 and re-elected as the MLA for Fraser-Nicola in 2017. She now serves as the official oppositions critic to regional economic development and small business and is a member of the Select Standing Committee on Agriculture, Fish and Food. Prior to being elected as an MLA, Jackie served 3 terms on the Village Council in Ashcroft. She was a member of the school board for 17 years, serving as chair for 15 of those, and was also president of the BC School Trustee Association. Jackie was a facilitator for BC Healthy Communities, Interior Region, a coordinator for Community Futures, and a partner in Painted Ladies Gallery and Gifts. Jackie has served as Government Caucus Chair and the liaison for the Community Poverty Reduction Initiative. She has also been a member of a number of committees, including most recently the Cabinet Committee on a Secure Tomorrow and the Environment and Land Use Committee. Jackie has 4 children and 9 grandchildren with her late husband Gordon, who lost his battle with cancer in 2009. Jackie and Gordon met in Ashcroft, where she raised her family and continues to live today. NDP candidate Aaron Sumaheksa, a lawyer, counselor, and a former chief of the Lower Nicola Indian Band, Aaron is ready to bring his talent and expertise to John Horgan's BC NDP team. A married father with an infant son, Aaron believes strongly in our plan to expand $10 a day child care and to invest in schools and healthcare. Aaron has dedicated his career to social justice and has created jobs and generated economic opportunity for his community as chair of the Lower Nicola Indian Band Development Corporation. Aaron will stand up for people of the Fraser-Nicola. He is on your side and will help build a recovery where everyone succeeds, not just the wealthy and well-connected. Sorry. As we've seen, Jonah Timms. So Jonah Timms says, I am a passionate community member in Fraser-Nicola. I served on the Leaders Youth Advisory Council for the Greens, ensuring that youth were heard. I volunteer on my church board and participate in a community group dedicated to promoting climate action. I know dedicated teams of volunteers and nonprofits are vital for our community. I work as a First Nations Relations Advisor for the Ministry of Forests. I love working with people to come together for action. I listen more than I speak, and it shows in my collaborative work style. I have spoken to First Nations communities, forest companies, and conservation scientists. I have heard their concerns for the territories that we gratefully live in regarding fish health, forestry practices, and culture. I worked on the Big Bar landslide. The plight of Fraser River salmon concerned me. I worked tirelessly with Indigenous communities and the federal government to ensure action was effectively taken. I am a skilled and empathetic listener who is not afraid to take bold action prioritizing sustainable rural communities, robust environmental protection, and meaningful reconciliation with First Nations. As a BC Green MLA, I will work across party lines to get things done. Independent Dennis Adamson. So I still, unfortunately, have not been able to find too much about him, but we're going to fix that as of Thursday when we do our all candidates meeting. And I look forward to having the opportunity to speak with Dennis. So now we're on to Independent Mike Bangu. So he says, "Hi, my name is Mike. I would like to represent you as your MLA. I have a bachelor's degree with a majority with political science credits. I am a city councilor for the city of Merritt. I've written over 10 nonfiction books. My specialities are political philosophy, theology, and Western culture. I occasionally work in the film industry as an actor. Although I am personally, this is Gareth talking, I am kind of saddened that there isn't a video of him talking about himself yet, but hopefully he'll come out with one soon. He continues to say that the established political parties come and go, and our hardships continue to grow. A sense of hope is lost. This is why I stand as an independent candidate. Moreover, I can better represent you without the trappings of a political party. Send me to Victoria and allow me to advocate for the family, those who suffer, and those from mental health, small businesses, and the retiree. Too many retirees struggle, and it should not be this way. They gave their life to the system, and they deserve better. Where are their golden years? Not enough is done to support small business. They struggle, and they have done so for so long. Mental health is taking a toll on our communities, and we must find and address this problem now. If we do not, what will communities look like in 20 or 30 years? Then the rest of this post is just on how to contact him, so you can do that by finding him on his Facebook page, which he seems to be pretty active on. So then we have just a brief thing about what the parties want. Mainly the NDP and the Liberals. Now, things have changed a little bit since Friday when last we spoke, so I'm just going to give a quick little overview here. So the BC NDP plan includes extending rent freezes and $400 and a $400 annual rebate. So they say that while Andrew Wilkinson continues to stand up for wealthy real estate speculators and multi-million-dollar homeowners, John Horgan detailed his plan to build on the BC NDP's progress by helping to make the life easier and more affordable for renters. Even before the pandemic, people were struggling to rent and live here in BC, and we've made real progress, but there's a lot more we have to do, said Horgan. That's why our plan helps renters while we get through the pandemic and puts more money back into the pockets as we build an economic recovery that works for everyone. Horgan promised that a re-election BC NDP government will freeze rents to the end of 2021, and his plan also includes providing a renter's rebate of $400 a year for households earning up to $80,000 a year. In his first term, Horgan capped rent increases at inflation each year, saving renters an average of $333 per year. A re-elected BC NDP government will pass legislation to make that cap permanent. Quote, Mr. Wilkinson has called renting a wacky time of life, and his candidate in this riding wants to get rid of rent increases limits entirely, said Brenda Bailey, the BC NDP candidate for Vancouver Falls Creek. They just don't get it. If the BC Liberals were in power, they would let rents go through the roof and speculation would go unchecked, turning 11,000 homes back into empty condos. Andrew Wilkinson and the BC Liberals caucus opposed the BC NDP capping rent hikes to inflation and the successful speculation tax. Now they want to give $200 million tax break to people with homes worth more than $3 million. Quote, we can't afford Mr. Wilkin and his plan to put speculators and multimillionaires before renters, especially not now when so many are already struggling with loss of income or reduced hours of work, said Horgan. Also, a thing that came out over the weekend or just before or after we spoke on Friday, the BC NDP said that if elected, they would give people that are affected by COVID, single people $500 and households $1,000. So take that into consideration. The BC Liberals' plan to recovery includes immediate relief and a plan for our future. Highlights include elimination of the PST or provincial sales tax for 1 year. And after that 1 year, the PST would go from 7% to 3%. An end to tent cities and more supports for people experiencing homelessness. Help for seniors to stay at home longer and access to their own private room when they require long-term care. Real $10 a day childcare and more affordable, accessible childcare for those who need it. An end to the ICBC monopoly so drivers have choice and more affordable auto insurance rates. Infrastructure investments like a 10-lane George Massey Tunnel replacement bridge, a new Richmond Hospital acute care tower, and a new Second Surrey Hospital, and more police, prosecutors, and mental health workers to make our streets and communities safer. Remember that advanced voting days are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and you can do that at the Ashcroft Hub, which is at 711 Hill Street, Ashcroft, starting Saturday, October 17th until the 24th, and at the, what? 21st? Oh, sorry, the advanced polls are, but you're able to vote until the 24th. Yes, that's. And then in Cache Creek, you can vote at the Community Hall, which is based at 1270 Stage Road in Cache Creek. So that is what is going on. Also, October 27th, 2020, register for curling at the Ashcroft Curling Club is from 7 to 9 p.m. Come on down. If you need more information, call Hilda Jones at 457-7375. So that is pretty much all we got for you guys today. I got to go pack up my bag and go film some council meetings. So again, stay tuned for our live town hall with Brad Vist tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and our all candidates meeting on Thursday night at 6 p.m., moderated by Barbara Roden, but hosted from the Hub Online Network. And Margaret, happy belated birthday. And if you're watching, we hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on Friday.